The left pushed a twisted and dangerous gender ideology upon our kids for the last few years, and the voters resoundingly rejected it this November because of stories like this one. Clementine Breen is suing 2 California doctors after she says that she was fast-tracked into transgender surgery. She claims that Dr. Johanna Olson Kennedy, who runs the nation's largest transgender youth clinic at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, diagnosed her with gender dysphoria mere minutes into their first appointment and recommended that Clementine take puberty blockers at 12 years old. And that was only the start. She started cross-sex hormones at 13 and underwent a double mastectomy at 14 years old. Clementine Breen joins me now. Clementine, I do want to quickly pop up the statement from Children's Hospital LA. They say this, that the Center for Trans Youth Health and Development has provided high-quality, age-appropriate, medically necessary care for youth and young adults and their families for more than 30 years. That's what the statement reads in part. But I want to get to your story. And I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I actually have a breast cancer genetic mutation, and for 10 years, belabored over the decision of whether to have a double mastectomy. And I decided to make that decision at 30 years old. It was painful, it was hard, and it was very serious. But you, at the age of 13 years old, when you can't buy a beer, you can't join the military, you can't drive a car, had a double mastectomy, did you feel equipped to make that decision at 13 years old?
Hi, thank you for having me, first of all. And yeah, at the time of my mastectomy, I had no idea really what I was doing. I mean, I remember going into the operating room and I had zero nerves at all because to me it wasn't serious. And I didn't really realize how serious it was until I woke up from the procedure.
Wow, Clementine, my heart goes out to you and your story, and you are so bold and courageous for bringing this story to light. What happened to you after? Did the testosterone you took at 12 years old, did it help you, or were you in a better place or worse off?
So for me personally, when I started taking testosterone, I sort of started feeling more anxiety than I had ever felt in my entire life. But it wasn't until after my surgery, when my dose of testosterone was upped, that I started experiencing psychosis and full audio and visual hallucinations, which were somewhat linked to the high dosage, which once I went off the dosage, all these symptoms stopped. But all of that was considered totally irrelevant, and I was encouraged to keep going on testosterone.
So as I understand, you communicated some challenges you had as a child to a therapist, and then your therapist spoke with your parents and referred you to this clinic. And you go to this clinic, and I'm wondering, at any point in this decision-making to make life-changing, permanent decisions, did anyone say, let's talk to a therapist first, let's really explore, your feelings and your thoughts? Was that ever suggested?
That was, and I did see a therapist, and the only thing that therapist did was affirm my beliefs that I was inherently supposed to be a boy because I didn't like being a girl. And the therapist only ever affirmed my ideas and talked about very surface level stereotypical ideas of gender with me.
Well, Clementine, you are bold, you are courageous. I read your story in the Wall Street Journal, I read your story in The Economist, and you're really making a difference. And Clementine, thank you for speaking out and for being here tonight and sharing this personal decision. You're a real hero for doing so. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.